You can't beat me, Facebook. I beat you before. I'll beat you again. I'll beat you like a redheaded stepchild. How about that? Fuck you, Facebook. How about that? Yes. Yes. Welcome, if anybody's watching. Doubt it, because this is the worst fucking podcast ever. My friend Mike Taylor will be here shortly. The other Mike in both mics. Outside here. Great looking day in Florida in the FLA. Oh, let's get Mike Taylor in here. Oh, let me push that button. Hang on. Let's get him in here. And he's officially added. He'll be here in just a second. Alright, how about that? Woo! It's because all this crew.
Really? Really?
Yeah, really?
Really? Really?
Exactly.
Jesus Christ, bro.
I know. Tell me about it.
Yeah, was it like front camera, back camera? Like were you using the wrong camera? Did you have your freaking thumb over it? You're like, gee,
yes.
This isn't working. What the fuck?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what happened. Welcome to both mics, everybody.
Hey guys, both mics is a show about nothing and everything. The technical genius is Mike Sofka.
And over there, that's Mike Taylor, and together we're both Mike. See what we
are there? Both Mikes, yes. You like that? Little pun on words.
What show is this?
We are on episode 145. 145 times we've done this introduction. Wow.
Right. You think we'd have it down packed by now? Right,
yeah, we'd be like smooth as ice. Yeah, you'll find us anywhere you can find podcasts. Look at my hair. My hair's like totally fucked up. Nothing.
You don't have any hair, dude.
Exactly. Like what's left is in shambles. Yeah, episode 145. Find us where you find podcasts every time, everywhere, any place. iHeartRadio. You got that little Alexa thing. Say, hey, folks, play both mics. And our sterling velvet voices will come over the airways and tickle your cochlear implant. Yeah.
So what's up, sir? They have a new phrase here for Disney in Central Florida here. You know, they used to call it, what do they call it, the happiest place on earth?
Yes, it is the happiest place on earth. Just ask them. They'll tell you.
Yeah.
Voted number one by them.
New York Post. No. It's called torture now. Torture.
Torture Kingdom?
Disney World guests ripe of broken down rides and filth as prices soar. Now.
Sounds about right.
I'm just going by what's written here. I'm just commenting on the article, so I don't want to lose the Disney account here over this, but you know what?
Yeah,
whatever.
Our majors, our platinum sponsor.
Yeah. They're saying that this new CEO, Bob Chapek, is cutting corners and raising prices, and they're missing the button. They're not on standard, and now I hear they're looking to buy Hulu, and they want to buy all of it.
Yeah, I heard that today too.
Okay, I'm just going to relate this little story here. You got a little kid, and the kid wants all these toys for Christmas, but all his toys are fucked up, broken up, and spread out all over the house.
Right.
That's fucking Disney right now. Pick up your shit, fix your shit, and if you want something new, I'll buy it for you. But until you can take care of the shit you have, you don't need to go buy anything new.
Exactly. Yeah, they. I was there in February, and I told you the story about just trying to order frickin' lunch, just trying to get frickin' lunch. You know, they have 6 registers open for people who order online. You know, for those savvy people, but they have 1 line open for people who want to do it old school. You know, so the 7 people that order online get their food right away, but the 50 people online who want to order old school and get their food, they have to wait. You know, a while. So I was disappointed the whole weekend we were there, even though I think we just went for one day, but we were there for the weekend, and it's changed. It's not the same Disney that we remember from back in the day.
There's a quote here where somebody said some rides are just a straight mess in the chat room called Disney lacking. Last month, riders got stranded for over an hour on the Magic Kingdom. It's a small world ride. Okay, I would want to shoot myself, dude. Yeah. If I had to listen to music kept going for an hour.
Yeah.
No, dude. No. That is torture.
Right. Yeah.
It is torture. Well, I mean, I haven't been. Did you think the place was dirty? I haven't been in a while.
No, it was overcrowded. It was, it might have been because it was a President's Day weekend, but it was as crowded as I've ever seen it my entire life. And I think capacity there is 65,000 people, and there easily was 65,000 people in there. And
I
they
saw
do
they showed
reservations now.
yeah, they showed a video on this site here, and it showed like this a mile long line to buy popcorn in a plastic purple dragon or some shit. And I was like, what? Yeah,
Interesting.
like people are waiting in long lines for unusual bullshit that they have there, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if you form a line, people will stand on it and not even know what's at the other end. That's a proven fact. That's a proven fact. But yeah, and the place is not what it used to be. If you found something on the ground, it would be gone like within 10 seconds, half a minute, whatever the case may be. But now like the trashes are overfilled. There's popcorn and crap all over the ground, and
So it's like the
plants are
carnival. It's like
trampled.
going to the roadside carnival now. It's no longer
Yeah,
Disney.
yeah, yeah. I don't
Do the
know.
ride operators have all their teeth?
No, not anymore. Not anymore. That standard's gone too. Like I've told you, I think last week, the first guy I ran into at getting onto the monorail was a guy from security with long red curly hair and tattoos, and I was like, "Are you in a costume? You don't work here? You definitely don't work here." And same thing last week when I was at Universal. I was like, "Okay, obviously the allure of working at Disney has changed, and anybody can work there now." So yeah, I was whatever. Not
Well, to make
yeah,
it worse, the same articles are appearing in Australia. I found a copy of this in Australia. So now they're telling
really.
people all over the world that Disney's a shithole. So we got that
Yeah,
going for us.
yeah. It is what it is. But yeah, and it was
So,
it was February and it was hot as balls. That's all I remember.
you're a Ford guy, right?
Correct.
Okay. It's according to arctechnica.com. Ford gives dealers 2 months to accept new rules or stop selling EVs.
New rules. What are these
Yeah,
new
yeah.
rules?
Like you have to do it like Carvana. Like you have to have the hard price in your hand on the phone. You ought to be able to order your phone and get your car delivered to your house. It's a fixed price. There's no longer negotiations or nothing. You're either in or you're out. That's what they want.
Who's they?
Ford, Ford, the company, Ford
Really?
Motor
Okay.
Company, is telling this to dealers.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, they want you to have the hands free. The you don't have to go into the place if you don't want to. And I get it. Some
Okay.
people want that, and I get it. But the no negotiation thing is where you're going to see a lot of dealers fall. I
Yeah.
don't think they're going to be able
See,
because they got to be able to add all the add-ons and all the accessories and crap and make
yeah.
money on it.
Now you've been in the business. um, what's it cost? What's the bottom line? What do you need as far as liquid assets to open a dealership?
Oh,
What top three?
it's not. Well, it's not just the money. You have to be selected. Okay.
Okay.
There's
If you have enough
and
money, if you have
I'll
enough
give
money,
you a
you're
prime.
selected.
Yeah, I'll give you a prime example. A company I worked for recently wanted to buy a dealership in another state,
Yeah.
and in order to do that, based on the location, because there's no shortage of a certain ethnicity in this market, they wanted somebody with that color skin to be the front man or the owner, kind of like in Central Florida, it was David Moss for a while. Yeah, he was the owner, but he wasn't really the owner. He owned most of it. He was the front man. Well, that's
Right.
what they wanted. They want a same skin person as the front man. We sent that as our rep to the final competition or interviews or whatever to get that dealership, and we won because we sent the right color skinned guy. So I'm telling you,
Right.
it's fucked up. It's just like everywhere else, and
Okay.
that's what
But
happened. That's real.
what's the dollar figure? If you just wanted to, you went to Henry Ford and said, "Hey, I want to open a dealership in this particular location. There's not one for 20 miles.
Yeah, you're
A
probably going
couple
to
million?
have some fame or notoriety to your name
Yeah.
already, because the dollars aren't going to matter, dude.
Really?
You're either gonna be. It's like if you go to a restaurant and there's no prices on the menu, and you have to ask how much it is, you can't afford to eat there.
Correct.
So I don't have an
That's
accurate answer to your question because we're talking about a menu full of options here. So
right. Well,
if you
that's
have to
like that's
ask how
like
much it is, you can't do it.
yeah.
That's
That's like
pretty much what it
scales in
is.
a produce department. If you have to weigh your food and price out what you're
Yeah.
getting, you can't afford it. But okay, I'm saying if you want to start a dealership, what, $100,000, million, 2 million, 5 million, right?
Dude, a fucking car is $100,000 now.
Yeah, I know. So what
That's
are we
what I'm
looking
saying,
at?
dude. If you have to ask, you can't afford it. We're
Right,
talking. We're probably talking millions. We're probably talking hundreds
right.
of
Okay,
millions of dollars.
okay. The next greatest football player comes along and says, "Hey, I want to open up." Emmett Smith comes along and says, "I want to open up whatever," and I got $5 million,
They'll
whatever it's going to
figure out a
cost.
way to make
I have
him.
the money. Right,
Yeah, they'll make
right,
him the David Moss,
right.
where he'll be the owner of the dealership. But
He's taking a good chunk of money, even for Emmett
right.
Smith. Millions of dollars is going to hurt. It's not like he's not going to miss it. Um, and then Ford turns around and says, "Oh, by the way we agreed that you could sell cars is no longer the way you can do it."
Correct.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
You wouldn't feel slighted. You wouldn't feel
Yeah, I'd
that
be
like
pissed off.
that's going to affect your bottom line.
As a matter of fact, Cadillac did that like 2 years ago, and they lost 30% of their dealers. The dealers just said, "You know what? Fuck you guys. We're going home." Because they saw the fucking $300,000 electric vehicle they're going to be trying to sell. This is all bullshit, dude. It's all fucking pipe. We are getting railroaded so bad in this country. It's not even funny, dude. But I do have another Ford story coming up later.
It is better than the alternative, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's still better than the alternative. We could be kicking sand around in our backyard.
Yeah, well, we could be dodging bullets in Somalia or some shit.
Somalia. God, I got a buddy who went to Somalia in the army. When they first got there, they were told, if you see anybody with a gun, shoot them. Now, I don't know when this was. I guess it was whenever the Somalian conflict was. I was like, holy crap, really? Yeah, that's fucked up.
Look at me. Okay. Look at me. I am the captain.
I am the captain now.
Yes. So this is the part of the show where we do the alien update. This is where we talk about, the 7 or so people that are smarter and more rich than anybody else in the world. 7 billion people on the planet. These handful of people know more, have done more to advance us technology-wise, and they got really rich in the process. We're talking about Jeff Bezos from Amazon. We're talking about Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook. We're talking about Bill Gates from Windows and who knows what else.
Microsoft.
I think some other things there. Yeah, Richard Branson. Who am I missing here? Am I missing somebody?
Yeah,
whatever. So anyway, these people are aliens. If they're not aliens, they have close contact to aliens, or they were given alien information. Because there's no fucking way these handful of people are much smarter than the other 7 billion people on the planet. Getting into that, this usually turns into the Elon Musk hour, and I promise you it's not going to be. But Tesla, we talked about this last week. You said your friend went to buy a battery, and how much was the battery?
$26,000 for her Chevy Volt.
Yeah. There's a Canadian Tesla owner, and Tesla has locked him out of his car. They can do that electronically after the battery died, and until he cuts them a check for 26 grand. They're not even going to open the door.
I would burn that thing to the ground.
Yeah, so he's going to spend $30 on replacement papers, to prove that he owns the car. I guess in Canada, I'm sure it's similar to here, registration, all that stuff, title, all that stuff. He's going to spend $30 on it. He's just going to sell the car to somebody. And he said, I'm done. I'm done with Tesla. I'm not buying another Tesla. So are we going to see a dark side to Tesla? Have we been fooled? Have you and I been fooled? Have we been bamboozled?
In reference to what? You kind of broke up there.
Elon Musk, is he a shady guy?
Dude, yeah. Come on. You don't get to where you're at because, you're a nice guy. You can only hide behind the facade for so long. I think it all started when he insisted on everybody coming back to work at the office.
Oh, that's not going well, by the way.
Yeah. I think he showed his true colors towards humanity when he started.
Why? Because he wanted to see where his money was going? Yeah. That's how rich people stay rich. No. They know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, so that he could get like 10% more productivity out of people.
10% of like billions of dollars, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, worth like $466 billion. What's 10% of that? $46 billion, dude. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand.
But let me ask you, Mike. I hope it happens for you. But realistically, do you think you're going to make $1 billion in your lifetime? $1 billion. Do you think you'll make it?
I don't think so. Yeah, well,
Exactly. Neither of us will, dude. It's not going to happen unless we hit some sort of astronomical lottery or let it all ride 12 times in Vegas on roulette at 36 to 1 or whatever. Dude, it's not going to happen, dude. It's not going to happen.
right.
No matter how hard we work, unless we hit the fucking lottery of all lotteries, we're not going to be billionaires, dude. It's not going to happen. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But
Okay.
this guy's done it 466 times already.
Right, right.
I,
466 billion. Wow.
yeah.
Here, I'm gonna put some emojis in that one. There you go. And
This
then
guy's
here,
car
I'm
that we're
gonna
talking about
cry a
here is a
little.
Model S, and it was 20. It's a 2013, and 2013, 2014 supposedly have issues with fluid from the air conditioning system leaking onto the battery. You got the Canadian Transport involved. I guess that's like our
Nice,
Department of
nice.
Motor Vehicles. They did an investigation on a car. Not only did they do an investigation on this car, they're going to be doing one that Tesla doesn't realize is coming up. This is according
Well,
to FoxBusiness.com.
I think if you know, they know now.
I don't know, dude. I have a way of finding shit out, dude. I have a way with that.
Let's see. It's a Tesla Model what? Model S.
Model S, 13 and 14 are
Yeah.
shit boxes, they're
I
saying.
remember when they started talking about this car, they said, "Oh, this car is gonna be $30,000. You could
Yeah,
buy one for $30,000." I'm
yeah.
looking here at a 2020 Tesla Model S, sold Coggin Toyota in Jacksonville, $78,000,
It just
and
went and it just
and
went
it's
up
white.
$8,000 in the last 2 months, thanks
Yeah,
to stupid shit pants at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue saying you're going to get eight because the batteries have to be bought here and there are none made here.
yeah, yeah. Here's one for another white one. Who the flip buys white cars? What's wrong with you
Florida,
people?
Florida.
2020 Model S, 84.7. Model S long range.
Mm-hmm.
And you can buy that used with 24,000 miles from driveway.com
For $84,000,
for 84,000, dude. And
so you
it's
can feel good about sitting in line charging your car from the coal burning electric plant's long extension cord. Fucking people, man. Hello, McFly. Hello, McFly.
0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds. That's like as fast as a motorcycle, dude. That's fast.
It's electromagnetic propulsion, dude. Yeah, it's gonna be fast.
Cargo volume, battery, 100 kilowatts.
If you can get it up to 88 for long enough, you can go anywhere you want in time.
Yeah, I don't know how fast do they go. I wonder.
I don't know. I just want to be. I want to go with. I want to get somebody who's got a fully charged car, and I want to fill up my tank, and I want to sit next to them, and I want to go on a ride. I want to go like we're gonna drive 300 miles or until your shit conks out, and then we're gonna see
Dude,
how much further I can go in my gasoline vehicle, and then we're gonna see how long it takes to charge each one of them or refuel each one.
dude, the Model S Plaid.
Yeah, that's
Plaid
the
is that is
bad.
that a is that a Spaceballs reference?
I guess
They've
my
gone
favorite
plaid.
color.
They've gone plaid. My
Mm.
favorite color is paisley. Top speed of 216 miles an hour, dude. That's fast. You don't need, I'd say people don't need to be that rich. You don't need to go that fast on the road.
Now, obviously, if you're going that fast, you're burning more of that battery. No.
Oh yeah,
Okay, so
exponentially.
how far can you? If I go 216 miles per hour, will I go 216 miles in 1 hour? Will the battery last 1 hour at that?
Probably about 3 blocks. Yeah,
This
you'll
weekend at
you'll make it to
English
Bucky's.
Town, the Tesla plaid, plaid,
Sunday,
plaid.
Sunday, Sunday.
Fucking crazy, dude. So you just hit the nail on the head a few minutes ago. You said something about Elon Musk making workers come in, like they actually have to show up to work if they want to get paid. I know.
Imagine that, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. So he's receiving weekly reports on how many Tesla employees are staying away from the office. Like he's got his narcs in the office.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be great to be one of his narcs to be on Elon Musk's good side.
Yeah, that'd be freaking great, dude. Just Musk, tell me next time you're gonna tweet about Dogecoin. I'm gonna buy a shit ton of it 5 minutes before. Then you're gonna tweet, and I'm gonna dump it real quick.
Right.
Yeah. In an
Yeah.
email sent to Tesla executives, Musk told staff to return to the office or quit. He suggested that being in the office any less than 40 hours per week was equivalent to phoning it in. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they're doing.
How much time does he spend in the office? I'm sure he's there 40 hours a week.
Like that, don't stop working, dude. Dudes like this do 100 hours every week, dude.
Yeah,
That's what I
probably. Yeah.
did for
Well,
35 years.
you live it. You live the
Yeah,
lifestyle of making. Yeah.
yeah. That's
When I
what
was
you
a
do.
loan officer, it was exactly that. It doesn't matter. Memorial Day, Christmas Day, if someone calls you up, your paycheck's on the other end of the phone. You pick it up.
Oh, absolutely. My dad still works, okay? And he's
Wow.
in a life or death situation as far as where he works. I mean, people are literally dying to see him. Literally.
Okay. Is your dad changed careers?
No, he's still in the funeral business.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he was in the funeral business. I know he was in the medical business
He's
back
in
in
the
the
medical
day.
business. Well, that was another company that he started while he was doing the funeral, and then he's one of the only people, because he used to be in a pest control business. He's one of the only people that's licensed to both kill and bury.
Nice, nice. Kill pests, obviously, and bury humans, and
You know what the
probably.
mafia does? You know what I learned from him being in that business? Not that I know of any firsthand information, but the mafia, when they okay, it's not really the mafia. We all know it don't exist. Okay, so if there was a nefarious crew of Italian people in the New York area, okay, and and they wanted to whack somebody, okay, they would put the body underneath another body in the same coffin sometimes.
Right.
Where
Okay.
when they just before they were going to drop a coffin in, they would drop the body in a bag and put the coffin right on top of it and stuff like that. That shit goes on.
I would imagine.
I had no idea, dude. I had no idea. So, Mike, are you going to go apply to work at Tesla? Dude, there was a time when I was working the full work 40 hours a week, dude. You fucking kidding
Right.
me?
Oh yeah.
Part-time gig.
Right.
What are you doing?
Right. Work half days. It's only 12 hours a day.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. What the
When
fuck, dude?
I when I worked for the company I worked, Accenture in San Antonio, they got out of the banking business at that particular office, and that led me to go to a couple of different other platforms. Company I worked for, massive Fortune 100 company, but they were basically like outsourcers. Like you call American Express and you get someone from the Philippines on the phone. They work for American Express, but more than likely they actually work for Accenture, and Accenture, pays these people and contracts with American Express, blah, blah, blah. So I worked for a couple different banks, and then I worked for an airplane company called Pratt Whitney. I worked for HUD and Fannie Mae, and then I worked for BBVA, and then I worked for Nation Star, and then I did human resources because they ran out of banks. So they're like, here, put them in human resources, and I did background checks. I did background checks for like companies, like they'll be called Genesis. It'd be like a secret code. And I was doing background checks for people that work for Facebook, but now Accenture went to Facebook and said, hey, we can do that task that you're doing there less expensive, cheaper than what you do it for. And we're going to hire people to do it, and we're going to hire your people over to do it. So those people are no longer going to be on your payroll Facebook. They're going to be on ours. And you
Which
pay us.
what you're talking about, of course, is the fake fact checkers, obviously.
Yes, yes.
There you go.
And we did it for AT&T, we did it for Google, we did it for Facebook. And those are the main ones I did. I did other ones too that I can't recall offhand. And besides the fact that 5% of them that apply lie about their having a degree, even though a degree is not required to apply for the position, they still lied about having a degree.
You trying to fucking impress me or something?
Yeah, like, oh, hey, we're going to make you the head phone screener. Yeah, or head moderator. Um, yeah, okay, lost my train of thought. So, yeah, 5% lied about having a degree, 10% have a criminal record, anything from like a DUI on. Yeah, I've dealt with a lot of weird people, and they're all the same. They're all that millennial, left wing, liberal confidence, strange, and everything on their resume. They all had like Tesla on their resume because a lot of these people were in California. Tesla's on their resume, Amazon's on their resume, Google's on their resume. Like,
Well, they have to
okay,
have a good ESG score now. You can't just hire anybody.
yeah,
They got to use the right fucking pronouns, okay? And they have to be allowing little kids to be told that they can choose their sexuality at age 2. And
nice.
drag queen story hour. They have to have that too. Elon Musk's ex-girlfriend brings in 165,000 from an auction of their old stuff, according to
So she had
BostonGlobe.com.
a garage sale.
Yeah, people paid thousands of dollars for her memorabilia and photos of the North Providence woman and the world's richest man, the CEO of Tesla and
That's
SpaceX. They dated when they were
165,000.
students at Penn. What do
Penn,
you think about
Penn,
that? Yeah.
that Penn State or the State Penn? Which one?
No, University of Pennsylvania, like an
Okay,
Ivy League type school. You have to be like fucking smart to go there. The
Penn
Quakers, I think.
State. Penn State is like the bottom rung of Ivy League schools.
Yeah, well, if you can play football, you're good. You're like getting diddled by an old coach, you're good. As the online auction ticked down to close on Wednesday, Jennifer Gwynn and her family watched the bids go up and up. She'll get a lion's share of about 132,000, or what they call the hammer price in this. Bidders paid a total of $165,265 for her old crap at her garage sale. Shit
Did
that
it
she
say
used to have
crap?
with Elon Musk. Yeah.
It said crap in the story. That's
There's
funny.
a picture of a dollar bill with his signature on it. That went for like 14 grand.
Really?
Yeah. There's a
Wow.
gold necklace with a emerald piece on it that Musk said came from his father's mine in South Florida. That went for a little over $51,000.
Oh, okay.
A birthday card he gave to her went for $16,000. He wrote, "Happy birthday, Jennifer, aka Boo Boo. Love, Elon."
Boo boo.
Yeah. A photograph of Musk standing by the open fridge at his mom's home in North Providence fetched under $1,700. Another one cuddling at the in-home just got $2,000. This was the same trip, yada, 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 yada. I don't know. I didn't read the whole fucking thing. But
Wow.
are you mad at your ex for doing something like this, selling your shit?
If I would be mad at her, I don't know. At that point in his life, I doubt he even gives a crap.
Yeah, he's like, whatever. I'm glad you made a few coins. Yeah, good.
Right?
Supposedly, they still stay in touch. They really broke up in '95 or so when he left for LA, and she stayed at school, and they split up over that year. So
No kids.
I don't know. He's got like 15 of them, dude. Maybe he's
Right?
looking to have a couple with her.
Right? You never know. Yeah. That's a payday right there. Hell, I'd get pregnant from him for that.
No, you wouldn't. You'd swallow. Texas doctor arrested in connection with contaminated IV bags that killed a physician. This is according to our friends at the NewYorkPost.com. This dude is bad. This dude, like, made the IV bags like he put some sort of other medical shit in there, and yeah, not
All right,
good.
if
A
you look at
doc-
his picture real quick, who does he look like? Who does he look like to you
no,
if
he
you look
looks
at him
like
just
he
real
did
quick?
it, dude. He looks like his name's Joey Bag of Donuts, and
Well,
he did it.
his last name is probably Patel, but besides that, if you look at him real fast, I think he looks like Mark
No,
Cuban.
it's Ortiz, you fucking racist.
Ortiz.
He was taken into custody Wednesday in Plano, Texas, by the Dallas Police Department. A fellow doctor at the same hospital was feeling dehydrated, so she took one of these IV bags that he juiced up and took it home with her and plugged herself in when she got home. Right after she plugged herself in, she died. Boom.
Wow. I think he looks like Mark Cuban.
This guy's name is Caspar, and he fatally... No, the lady that was poisoned with buvacaine. It's a numbing agent used to alleviate pain during surgery, according to an autopsy, yada, 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 yada. Basically, they use this pain-killing thing around your spinal cord just to deaden that area when they're working around it.
Ah,
But if you, like, inject it into your veins, you're going to fucking die, and that's what happened. So he was playing doctor literally and killed one of his fellow doctors. He's been arrested and charged with murder.
Wow. Well, good for him. Good for him. Yeah. The Texas Medical Board yanked his license to practice back in September. Oh, it's September 9th, so last week.
Yeah, well, that's when he had a confrontation with his neighbor and shot their dog.
Really? Oh, so he's real stable, huh? Jesus Christ. And they say Florida's bad, right?
I know, right? This guy's a friggin' train wreck, dude. But you know what? I'm a train wreck, so okay. Who the fuck am I to talk? You know, whatever.
Bupicaine. What the
So,
heck is bupicaine?
have you been watching this crap on TV with the Queen?
No.
All right, we talked
I
about it
have
last
not.
week. The Queen died. Ding dong, the witch is dead.
Wait, the Queen
I got
died?
questions. Yes, dude.
Okay.
I know. I like that song, Bohemian Rhapsody. So I got pissed off when I'm watching this because I haven't seen the dead body.
Because another one bites the dust.
Yes, another one bites the dust. See, now you're working with me here. I like that. That's a good one. Another one bites the dust. Her code name was London Bridge, and I heard about
Okay.
maybe a year ago that London Bridge was falling down, meaning it was going to go down soon. And I heard it did go down, but then I hadn't seen the Queen. But now all of a sudden, at a certain place at a certain time, she winds up dead. Now, I mind you, the tomb of Lenin, and I don't mean John Lennon. I mean the
Oh,
dude
I was
that
thinking John
the Russian
Lennon.
dude. He died
Yeah,
in 1920, 1923, something like that. And his
he
body
died
is
in
you could still
December of
locate a
1980. John Lennon died in
yeah,
1980.
right. Uh, Lenin, the
Dad.
Russian dude, his body's like in a glass coffin. You could still see him. I haven't seen the Queen before she died, and now they got her in a box with a flag draped over her. For all I know, she's sipping cocktails on that island with Michael Jackson and JFK and MLK and RFK and work
Elvis.
with me here. Who am I missing?
Tupac.
Elvis, yeah.
Tupac.
Tupac, yeah.
Tupac's mom.
Yes.
Snoop
Or
Dogg.
or
What?
has she really been dead for a while? And
Tupac's
this,
mom is a whore? That wasn't very
yes.
nice. Not nice at all, Michael.
I did. I got to find that picture of me and Tupac at the Georgia State that rest stop after he died, dude.
The
I
rest
saw
stop.
Tupac at a rest stop in Georgia, and he was
Right by
nice. He was
the
cool and everything.
right by the Mike Taylor for sheriff billboard.
Correct. Not far from that. Not far from when I stopped at the rest stop, and it was a racetrack. I was going to the bathroom. Somebody had their business card on there, and what's one of those names you always came up with? It was Dick Goes In Ya or something. Not
Dick
that one.
Dick is in you, yeah.
What?
Connie Lingus,
No, wasn't that one.
Phil Lacio, Philip Lacio,
Phil McCracken.
Phil McCracken.
Phil
Okay.
McCracken, yes. There was a business card up, and the guy's name was Phil McCracken, and I was dying, dude. I was like, oh my God, no.
My sister-in-law has a colleague. He might be passed away. His name was Dick McCracken.
Nice.
Dick McCracken. And actually today I was looking.
Now, is
today or
his
yesterday.
middle initial B, because his Dick B. McCracken. I think I had that.
I came across a name today that actually exists, and his name was Richard Hunt. I was like, Dick Hunt?
Dick Hunt, yeah. Well, there. Debbie just put up Mike Hunt. There you go.
Yeah, well, yeah,
That's classic.
That's easy. That's low-hanging fruit there, Deb. Yeah, everybody knows that one in third grade. You got to get Connie Lingus is a good one that you got to think about, or even Fed colon.
Now, were you the kid in that class in school when you had the substitute? Did she send the paper around and there was 104 names on the list and there was 12 kids in the class? You know,
named Bart Simpson. Yeah, 12 kids in the classroom named Bart Simpson. Yeah, that was me. Or I would, tell the kid next to me to do it. He'd get in trouble.
Oh no.
Yeah, I wasn't the class clown. I was the class wit. I wasn't the guy that ran naked across the football field. I was the guy that talked him into doing it.
Exactly. Exactly. Why would I do that? I can tell you to do it. You'll do it. So I have some questions about how they preserve these bodies, man.
Okay. Yeah, me
So
too.
can you imagine being in charge of this situation with the Queen? I mean, are you really, they're draining the blood out of her and pumping embalming fluid in her,
Right,
formaldehyde,
right.
if she really is dead? I mean,
I guess someone has to do it, right? I guess there's a not a court appointed person, but I guess there's a medical staff that has a list of people.
well, they're saying that this system that they used with Lenin, Vladimir Lenin's body, which I talked about here just a few minutes ago, they say that once a year they have to like take it out and give it a bath. That's part of the process. Otherwise, there's going to be problems.
Oh, okay, Lenin. Is
Yeah.
that what you're talking about? Okay,
Yeah, really.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Did you see Prince Charles? Like his jacket was all cockeyed, like it wasn't buttoned right, and he's all
oh yeah,
walking around, looked like a first grader in the
he,
wintertime with the buttons not right.
he had a fifth of Jack Daniels in his waistband.
I was like, isn't there like somebody supposed to be looking out for this guy? He's like 78 years old. He finally gets a job, and he doesn't know how to fucking dress himself.
Right?
I
And
mean,
I've always wondered. Okay, you got Buckingham Palace, right? You got all these people in there. Do you think like uh, Prince Charles, King Charles? You think he's ever replaced a roll of toilet paper?
no, he
He's on the
no.
shitter, and he looks
He has to wipe
over.
his own ass, dude. He's got
He
an
looks
ass
over,
wiper.
and the roll is gone. It's done. Does he ever have to change that? Does he ever have when he gets in the shower? Does he ever have to like go find a bar of soap? No,
No, no.
no. Yeah,
Now, is he ever on the shitter and then he realizes there's no paper? Now, is he
right.
running through the hallways of Buckingham Palace with his
Is
pants
there
around
is
his
there like a
ankles?
buzzer? Right, he's
Yeah.
waddling around with his with his shorts around his ankles.
So let me ask
James,
you that.
James, I need toilet paper.
They talked about this cryogenics crap, and I don't think we're where we need to be. I think Ted Williams and Disney are going to be sadly, they misjudged the situation. Okay, I don't think we're where we
Okay,
need to be with freezing bodies. So with that in mind, what are you, Mike? Are you going to be buried? Or are you going to be cremated?
I don't know, dude. It's not up to me. I won't be alive. But my dad was cremated, and I thought that was kind of bizarre. I didn't know that was in the cards when that happened. But it doesn't matter. More than likely buried because I know Brenda, excuse me, is eligible to be buried, and she wants to be buried at Fort Sam Houston in San Antonio. There's a Arlington type cemetery there.
So are you allowed to be buried next to her
I think like maybe like you said earlier on top.
on top?
Like I don't know if they sometimes put two coffins in the same spot. So I don't know either next to or on in the same spot. I have not a clue. Not
All
a
right.
it's something I haven't planned yet. It could happen any second now, but yeah, nothing
So
I've
if
planned.
you were cremated, are you one of those people that would want your shit just to stay in an urn, or do you want them like throwing your shit out in the ocean, or what?
It doesn't matter. Yeah, I never thought about being sprinkled around Disney World or anything like that. So whatever, whatever
Wow.
anybody wants to do.
Those energetic responses have really brought the show to a fucking. It's almost as good as the beginning I had. Thank you very much. So the Biden White House just put out a framework on regulating cryptocurrency. This is according to CNBC.com, so it must be true. They're saying they want to control the money. We've talked
Right.
about this before, Mike. I
Because
I
it's
can't understand
untaxed,
it. Well, they want to be
right?
able to just shut you off, man. They want to be able to say, I know you had 35,000 coins in here, but we didn't like your stance on carbon emissions, so we're going to shut you off. You're not allowed to buy food for a month. I mean, this is the type of shit we're talking about. The framework outlines the ways in which the financial services industry would evolve to make borderless transactions easier, as well on how to crack down on fraud in the digital aspect space. The guidelines follow an executive order issued in March in which President Biden called on federal agencies to examine the risks and benefits of cryptocurrencies and issue official reports on the findings. So basically, they're saying that they're the government and they know better than me and they want to control it because I'm incapable.
No, they want to control it because their piece of the pie isn't big enough.
They they're running everything, dude. They're the biggest mafia out there, dude. The fucking U.S. government. Are you kidding me? They're hiring 87,000 more IRS shakedown agents, dude. That's
Yeah.
what they just hired. Do you think they had to hire 87,000 of them to go after the billionaires? There's not 87,000 billionaires out there, dude. Do you know who gets audited the most? The middle class. Do you know who's going to get audited at a rapid pace? The middle class. Thank
Right.
God you and I are fucking rich, Mike. I mean, fuck, we'd be audited.
Yeah, you need to make some money to get audited, right? You need to file your taxes. If you don't file your taxes, you'll never get audited.
You know, I like to think it. You know, I'll just send here's what I'll do. I'll send an envelope address to them, and I won't lick the thing. And then they'll look at the return address, and like 6 months later, they'll send me a notice. Hey, we got to open up. Oh, it must have fell out in the mail. Oh shit! And I buy myself another 6 months. No,
No,
not buying it.
yeah, it's not gonna work. Yeah,
Right. So obviously, then, if you think the government should regulate crypto, you think more government in your life is a good thing.
I never said that.
Okay. Well,
I,
I
I,
make up
I,
your mind.
I was just stating why they want regulations on cryptocurrency because their piece of the pie isn't big enough. They want regulations. They want everything taxed. They want their share. Sound about right?
No, I guess you're right, but they're trying to make it sound like it's not safe and we need the government because only bad people use crypto and look, these thieves and there's nefarious actions and North
Yeah,
Korea is going to hack into it and steal all your shit. Yeah,
that sounds
no,
that sounds right too.
yeah, but what? So so the federal government's like, look, we know you're worried about North Korea and Russia breaking in and stealing all your shit, so we're just going to
Right,
go ahead and steal it up front. We're just going to go ahead and get that out
right.
of the way
Yeah,
right now.
we'll take our stuff off the top, and you worry about the rest.
Yes, whatever's left, they can have. But
Yeah,
dude, that's going to be. Have you been to a bank lately? Have you been inside a bank lately?
yeah, it's upsetting. There's no one there. There's no one there.
I went to the local branch, and guess what? You walk in the office, it's been closed for months, dude. They
Yeah,
used the COVID thing, and now they're like, yeah, we're drive up and ATM only. They're
it's
great.
or you go into it, and there's something called an ITM, which is
No.
I guess a intelligent teller machine, and it's a TV screen, and you talk to a person that is miles away.
Hello,
You know,
Mr. Taylor. Thank you for coming again. Hello,
yeah,
hello. Is it
that's
outsourced?
possible too. No, that I don't think is outsourced. I'm sure you can, and I'm sure there are ones out there, but the ones I know of aren't outsourced.
You're
The uh,
fucking
the
racist.
first the first place, well, yeah, join the club. The first place I ever saw the ITM was actually at the Disney Credit Union. Yeah, so they have 2, 3 branches for the Disney Credit Union, but they have 10 people in a room that are on TV screens at 3 locations. So yeah, they
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
The
I don't.
There's a credit union here that just closed a freestanding branch, beautiful freestanding branch, looked like your typical corner, and it has the sign and the drive-through. They closed that down, and 2 blocks away they opened up a place a fourth the size in a strip mall, a strip shopping center. So they just moved, I guess, half the people to the new location and closed up the old location a couple blocks
This is
away.
going to be called USD coin. It's going to be backed by fully reserved assets, redeemable on a one-to-one basis for US dollars. See this, dude, think back. Think back about 3 or 4 years ago when there was a coin shortage. There was a national coin shortage, and they
Yeah,
needed your coins. And then when you went into a store like a 7-Eleven, they were like, we need coins. We're out of coins. I haven't dealt with a coin in forever because I'm always using a card, right? So they already
right, right.
got me halfway to the program, okay? Now they closed down the banks. Now they're already telling you, we're going crypto. We're going digital. That Bitcoin and all that other shit that you have ain't going to be worth nothing because we're your USA and we're going to do this USD-backed coin. The Federal Reserve. And a lot of people think the Federal Reserve is a government agency. It's not. It's neither federal or reserve. Trust me, that's just the name of it to confuse people, to make you think it's just a way that the government borrows money. they're taxed on that money by the Federal Reserve. So they don't have enough. Let's say they borrow $1 from the Federal Reserve. When they go to pay it back, they have to pay, let's say, $1.10. I'm just using round numbers here. Where are they going to get the other dollar? They have to borrow it again. So what we continue to do this system runs out every 200, 250 years or so. Look at Greece, look at Rome, look at us. We've had a good run. We've had like 250 years. It was a pretty fucking good run, dude. Yeah, we're done. We're done, dude. The government's going to control all this fucking money, dude. They're going to hit you on your phone. We didn't like your carbon footprint last month. You said something nasty to somebody on Facebook, so we're going to freeze all your money for a month. You're laughing, but if I told you 3 years ago that the entire world's economy would shut the fuck down over an invisible virus that no one can see and nobody can talk to and nobody that you know personally in your life is going to catch or die from, you would have told me I was fucking crazy. Did it happen?
The whole world didn't shut down.
Oh my God. Where have you been, dude? Where have you been? We have a pretty good show here. You're missing it. All right, check it out. Your company, Ford, they're keeping its Mustang gas-powered vehicle as part of its electric vehicle push. They're just saying we're still going to make one gas car, and it's going to be called the Dark Horse. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
No.
This is according to CNBC.com, so it must be true. Ford's redesigned lineup of Mustangs, including a new Dark Horse model, will be powered by traditional gas engines without electrification technology.
Cool.
Jim Farley, the CEO, believes keeping the iconic American brand gas-powered makes good business sense for the automaker for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, Jim Farley looks like Chris Farley, but skinny.
Yeah, dude looks like a regular Joe. He looks like a guy that should be, putting the doors on the cars or something. I don't think he's the guy that's running the whole company when I first look at him,
Yeah. Well, Bill Ford is the president and CEO. Oh, yeah. No, who? Huh? Oh, no. President and CTO is Jim Farley.
Bill Ford's the chairman.
Correct. Cool. That's a cool looking car, though.
Yeah, there's a little video. If you toggle down on there, there's a Twitter video, and they have one ripping out there with smoke and shit. It looks pretty cool. 2024 Mustang.
Cool.
It looks pretty cool, dude. It really does. I'll give it to him. It looks good. Not a Ford guy. I'm a Chevy guy.
Oh, that explains a lot. You got a Colorado, right?
No, fuck that.
You don't have a Chevy Colorado?
Dude.
Really?
No, Silverado.
Chevy. Oh, dude.
You think it's junior high?
No, I just don't. I say anything, you're just going to call me racist, so I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, go ahead. It's the Mexicans love the Silverados, or what are you saying?
Did you say that?
I'm asking you. Is that what you were going to say?
Especially in Texas. Yeah, you don't see white guys driving Silverados in Texas.
Well, white guys in Texas can't spell Silverado. That's true. The problem right there.
Yeah.
It's SISV. Hang on, I'll get it. Hang on. I got nothing. Sorry.
Got nothing. Yeah. So cool. They're going to have a convertible and a coupe.
Yeah, so I was happy for you because I really wanted to see you have to go out and buy an electric Mustang. I really wanted that to happen, dude. But I thought, if they weren't going to build a gas one, would you buy the electric?
Well, dude, if you're in a position down the line and the world changes, I would probably continue to buy used cars. And if I had to buy a new car or a newer car, yeah, I would. They look longer. I'm looking at this video, and that hood is really long now. Wow.
So how much do you think this car is? Because I couldn't find it. I'm saying it's $100,000.
God, can you imagine? I don't know.
Wait, you can't buy a Corvette. You can't buy a Z06. You can't even find a Z06. First of all, and you can't buy one for less than 106, 107,000. And then there's the dealer ads and the market rarity ad and all this other shit. You're up to a buck 20, buck 30 easy on a freaking Z06, dude.
Yeah.
Easily.
A personal friend of ours bought one
Yeah.
from the RFC. He drives a blue one. He calls it
What year?
Sonic. 2020 or 2021. When the first year they changed over.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He likes
Yeah,
it. They like it.
it is really nice. It is a really good looking car.
I accidentally
How do
said
you spell
he. I didn't
Mustang?
use the proper pronoun. I'm sorry, people. I should have said they. But that's too close to those people, so I didn't want to offend anybody there either.
Right. Dark horse price. All right. Let's see.
You're not gonna find it, dude. Come on.
I just got to spell it right to start with. There you
Well,
go.
yeah, but you lived in Texas for a while, so you know it was rubbing off on you.
Nice, nice. Looks like all these ads came out yesterday, so I guess it's brand new news. The 2024 Mustang Dark Horse. Cool. Whatever.
It looks pretty
How
cool. It looks
much?
like one of those NASCAR cars. I mean, it looks cool. I'll give you
How
that.
much? How much will the Dark Horse Mustang cost? 60 grand.
Shut up.
Start as low as 60 grand.
Start as low. You're not gonna
Yeah.
be able to find one of those, dude. It's gonna be a handshaker, you know, a stick that's stripped out. It's not gonna have the big engine and all that
Right.
shit.
It's gonna have the Eco Boost.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, no. I want it to sound like a freaking race car. If I'm gonna have a car like that, I want
Okay.
to.
And that's Kelly Blue Book saying Ford hasn't even hinted at the price of the 2024 Mustang Dark Horse. We expect it to start in the low 60,000 range. So low 60,000, that could be 64,000. But this is Kelly Blue Book saying this. So who knows?
All right, so will you buy a 2024 gas one? That's what I'm saying.
No. I might buy a 2024 in 2027 or 2028. You buy a car that's 3 years old, you get,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
But I mean, you like the looks of it, right? I mean,
yeah, it looks decent. It looks right.
as
Like I
opposed
said,
to that electric one with the fastback, but it looks like a mom's soccer
it is.
SUV.
It's an
Lexus.
SUV. Yeah, unimpressed. Somebody
Anyway,
at Xander's and Nikki's school has a blue one, and I'm like, the fuck's up with this patch of hair here? Ugh. Um, yeah, they have one, and I see it every day now. And I'm like, whatever. You know, it's not a Mustang to me. It's just another car.
right? Well, dude, we're like out of time basically
Whoa.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. So, you got anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Um, Hi, Mom.
My mom.
Yeah, hi,
Okay.
Mom.
All
Okay, is
right.
that good?
Well,
Is that all right?
I want to do
Is
my
that
normal.
acceptable?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
Hi, mom.
cool.
We'll
Just
do the
checking.
normal shout outs here. Check out my friend Gino Losi, Ginolosi on the socials. He'll put you on the monster fish. Check out my friends at the Melon Patch Theater in Leesburg. Go catch a show, donate some money, buy some advertising, get some seats to a show for your employees or something like that. Do something nice. Go see a show yourself. They do a great job there. And check out my friend Night Fan Stan over at Jet Set Printing in Central Florida, anywhere in Central Florida for all your printing needs. Check out my friend Night Fan Stan at Jet Set Printing. And you know what? Go check out our merch store.
Yeah,
We got some shirts. I'm getting ready to roll those over. I'm getting ready to come out with some new stuff here. You got anything new for that department, Mike?
I could think of something.
Yeah, please. Let's each bring something to the table. Maybe we'll
I'll
do it
think
next
of
week.
something.
Maybe we'll bring it to the show next week and we'll vote on it. We'll say
I'll think of
yes
something.
or no.
I'll think of something.
All
I'll
right.
think of something.
All right. So this was what, 145?
Yes, 145.
All
145.
right. So if you're watching live on Facebook, this is stripped and raw, and that's why we suck. So, well, it's not why we suck. We suck anyway. But anyway, don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back with another one of these shitty podcasts. Okay, hang on. We'll be right back.
Hang tight. Ciao.